Hey everyone, I had to continue going back to them and over and back to them and over them and back to them. I've been doing a lot of good crying. Talk soon.
So James Soroka's back. If you're not familiar with James Soroka, he's basically an e-begging scam artist and abuser of pretty much anyone around him. People like Chris Anonymous, Stewie, Ice Queen, as well as others have been spreading awareness about him for years now. But after Rebranding made a video about his abuse towards his girlfriend, he really kind of kicked off. He got a lot of eyes on him and he went a little crazy.
It is self-sabotage.
Why do you think these full-grown adults are spending their hard-earned money to defame me? Because they don't want to admit that they are terrible people. We're not shutting the camera off. We're not shutting it off. You'll watch us die. We're not criminals.
No.
This is why do I get so bent out of shape and I get angry? It's because people are treating us like we're the average person around here. We don't belong here.
No.
We don't belong in this position, period.
I know how to be cool. I actually know how to be cool. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. Whatever that means. And I mean cool in the mainstream way. I'm very fucking good at it. I'm shaking off the nerd in me. I know how to be very cool.
And that requires me to learn how to be cool. And I'm not all that great at it just yet, but I'm trying to learn.
I don't understand these things. I just do them. Have a weird hairdo. Hopefully someone gives a shit. I'm good at what I do. We're very excited today, Kay and I. I stood up to some bullies on Instagram today. I'm not fucking weak. I'm way stronger than most of these bitches trying to tell me I'm weak. Stand in front of me, you'll cower.
I know we're not supposed to make fun of people's physical attributes, but I was scrolling through that Patreon page. And, yeah. Little Jimmy!
Fucking bitch.
It explains a lot when you think about it.
Like, try me for half a second, see how fucking big you are.
We come for the Lollipop Guild. That's what it reminds me of.
You couldn't square up if you wanted to.
The Lollipop Guild are like one of the 7 dwarves, you know, grumpy.
Judge me, bitch. Because that's what fucking losers do. They're losers. And I can't stand losers. When I speak, there's power. What I do, there's power. I just want you guys to know how I fucking feel. I just want you to know how I feel. My feelings have been nothing but fucking ignored for a very long fucking time. My feelings are fucking valid. Very valid. As I'm going to say on one part, yeah, you guys were right. All right, you were right. You were right. As I have to just score to make it work. You fucked me up. And I almost died in real life.
Here, let me say something though. Maybe I'll finally say something about Repsian. I think he got duped. I don't know how that video about me came about, so welcome to the cover-up.
I think you may have thought that influx of followers were actually fans and not just haters, when in reality it was mostly just trolls or people trying to keep an eye on him. But after Repsion's second video on him, you know, the one where he was more concerned about Soroka's sponsors than any of his actual wrongdoings, while at the same time being like, oh, I'm not going to monetize this because it's important information, but I'm still going to have sponsors in my video, the same reason I was ragging on James, and then charge people for early access on it. Yeah, that one.
Special thanks to our incredible sponsor. Look at the flexibility. If Spider-Man had shoes, these would be the ones that he would be wearing. These shoes are 100% vegan. James Saroka is somebody who is a con man. More specifically, he is somebody who likes to lie about his sponsorships, or the one video in particular gets the grand idea to say in his Periscope live stream that he is going to get a brand new iPhone.
James got the hint and dipped hard from social media for about a solid month there.
I don't really want to share my life with you guys anymore. I'm here to break the news to you. Maybe I let somebody else mess up my platform by screwing up my head. My life is no longer your business. I've just been judged so hard that I'm really mad. This was a cover-up and a smear campaign. You don't deserve me. You don't deserve to know me. I'm probably going to get myself a PS4. Goodbye, everyone. I'll be back when when I'm satisfied and good and ready, and I'm very excited for a drama-free future.
And it was peaceful. We could all reminisce on our favorite Jimmy moments, like the time he doxed himself after receiving an unmarked piñata with the used tissues in it that he continued to eat candy from, and then when he found what he thought to be a GPS in it, he called the cops on live stream, doxing himself.
That's freaky. On live stream, I have opened a piñata with what looks like used tissues and a GPS tracker on it. Am I popular enough for you yet? Okay, then get the phone. gonna do this on live stream. If you guys wanted content, you got content. Done playing this weirdo game. Call 911. Yeah, I sure as hell planted it. It's hilarious. It's an apartment. I do YouTube for a living, and I'm doing a live stream right now, actually. And unfortunately, someone I thought sent me a Christmas gift. I was dumb enough to open it and eat the food, because I'm a genius. And because I just hope in people, you know, I'm a good guy.
Or the time Jimmy tried to teach us by doing star jumps without stretching.
I just have to stretch out a little bit for that. That's still too loud. All right, star jumps is off the list.
Or the time he was convinced a man in a 3-wheel truck drove across the freeway to come kill him with no evidence whatsoever. He's just like, there's a guy coming out of the 3-wheel truck. He's going to kill me. He must have drone on the freeway like that.
You're actually broadcasting a few hours ago, and we finished out the broadcast. I had been getting messages, people telling me that there was somebody coming to harm us. We were parked up in a rest stop, and people were messaging me saying, hey, you know, this dude in a truck, he's going to be coming and blah, 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 blah. As soon as we shut down the broadcast, we hopped in the front seat. There was a truck that I was looking at it, but I didn't put two and two together. There was a truck, a yellow truck with like a beat up back to it, and it was missing a tire. This vehicle was missing a tire, and the guy was getting out of his truck as we were pulling out. And I think that was him. The scary part of this whole scenario was that the truck was missing a tire. The truck was missing a tire. Whoever came to assault me or cause an issue or whatever they were going to do was driving a vehicle that was missing a tire. He was driving on the hub or what, I don't know what you call it. The truck was missing a tire.
Lots of good moments. Then, for some reason, he decided to resurface. And of course, try to rebrand himself. This time as an established YouTube content creator, where he made what he called kid-friendly content on a variety of topics. Now, this may have actually been a good turning point for him. Legal issues aside, which I won't go into too much detail because I am going to try to focus on what he's done in the past month since his return to social media. But it would have taken the attention off of all of that if he actually just made good content and hadn't chosen topics that kids would have no interest in whatsoever, like making coffee and mowing your lawn, as well as stealing smaller content creators' music and passing it off as his own. So first off, if he's actually interested in making money off of YouTube, which is pretty clear that's all he cares about, then you shouldn't be trying to make videos catered towards kids. Cop has made any kid-friendly content significantly harder to monetize by disabling targeted ads and having a very small fraction of the rest of the ad space being kid-friendly itself. There's not a lot of ad space for kid-friendly content, meaning that if you make kid-friendly content, there's not much money in there for you. Unless you're putting in like serious numbers, but even then you might as well just make a channel that's not kid-friendly. Not necessarily not kid-friendly, but not catered directly towards kids. Then we have the topics he's chosen for the kid-friendly channel, like I was saying before, such as mowing your lawn, where he describes people striving for a greater purpose in their life, yet they still manage to mow their lawn.
Hey everyone, I am out for a walk right now. People are cutting their grass. You want a lawn, you want to cut your own lawn. That is great. It is, seriously, it's an awesome purpose if it's something that makes you happy. They seek out a purpose that is greater than mowing their lawn, and yet they mow their lawn. If you are the person that wants somebody else cutting your lawn, why do you have a big lawn?
Suggesting that even owning a yard and upkeeping it essentially gets in the way of your own success, which is crazy. So why even do it, right? This is one of Jimmy's mental gymnastics he uses to justify not doing any yard work or housework or any kind of physical labor, really. Even though he says he's grown up on a farm, his time is just too valuable to be wasted on that shit. Obviously.
I have put in a lot of the interpersonal work in our relationship. I've done a lot of the holding things down the way that maybe a traditional wife would, in the tradition of, the past couple decades.
In this video, he also uses a voiceover clip while playing hypnotizing stolen copyright music in the background, of course, while the camera slowly zooms in on a picture of him in his suit and his LG hat backwards. That's like a trademark hat now for him, which is only one of 2 outfits he has right now, apparently. It's unsure what kind of pants he wears because there's been multiple streams where he's shown that he's not wearing pants in the streams, whether he has a shirt on or not. So he's been caught even fully or half naked on Periscope multiple times, right up until this past week.
nuts.
So bad.
Oh, probably not. And yes, there's my butt you just saw. I hope I get kicked off of Periscope. Fucking hate Periscope. Hey, the only snake is the one that's in the pants I'm not wearing. AKA, it's sitting on my chair right now.
So it's unclear what James was doing during this month he took off. Right before he disappeared, he was last seen lying on a bed of bed bugs while bitching at the church that gave him the bed. Yes, and you heard that right. This man realized that there was bed bugs in his bed and then continued to lay in it all day periscoping, cursing the church that gave him the fucking roof over his head that night. I think it was multiple nights too.
Reached out to a priest for help, and we were put in a place where we ended up getting bed bugs, and I have bites all over my body. With the churches, got scammed. I just got scammed. We asked for just a little vouching so that we go and get jobs, and we were told that we're not worth it. Here's how it was said. There are others in the community who need help more than you do. We can get out and work. That's right. There are people who need more help than we do.
I have put in over 100 applications.
And I put in about 5. To sit and tell me that as a human being that I'm ungrateful because I won't shut my mouth and say thank you for bed bugs, and then being told that I'm worthless. Hey, here's a bed bug ridden hotel. I am covered in bed bug bites right now.
This this
I have welts
big.
all over my body, and I've been ignoring it. I'm not the problem, guys.
No.
I'm not the problem. I'm laying in the bed because I have it. The bites, it's freaking gross. It's disgusting. How do you think I feel? I'll show you my bites if you'd like. Some people will probably get off on that. So it's just one bite.
It should also be noted that he actually beat up a priest a couple of years before this, so him reaching out to the church now seems a little ironic to me.
I spent 6 days at a place called the Meadows. It was a mental facility. Here's how it happened. When I was about 18, there was somebody getting harassed. I stepped in, and I did not hit anyone, but I was about to. I had my hands on his collar, and I was really upset because there was a little white thing on that collar. He was not a Catholic priest. He belonged to another scenario of Christianity, and they put me to the ground because they were very, very skilled in martial arts. And the reason why I did not fight him was because this person who had social authority said that, oh my gosh, he is possessed. This person puts me to the ground, and about 6 state troopers came to the scene. I was ready to kill him, and I obviously did not have the intention to kill him. I wanted answers, and I grabbed him by the collar, put me to the ground. That happened.
So Jimmy says he witnessed this priest inappropriately touching a girl, so he intervened, and that's what caused the whole kerfuffle, which led to him being beat the fuck up by a priest. When in reality, he was the one harassing the girl, and the priest wanted to step aside and ask him why he thought this was appropriate. Now, the priest and the girl have both corroborated this. Jimmy's the only one who's saying, hey man, I was just looking out for her. I was just, the priests are bad, okay? Talks a lot of shit about the church, but will take their charity. That's my point here. But while Jimmy was away, he came upon some money, which can only be speculated on how he received it. There's been some people who said that his foster parents have died and he got this as an inheritance, which would also explain the suit and the LG hat, because who just goes out and buys an LG hat? I'm pretty sure it was a hand-me-down or something. Now, I've seen no confirmation of this, and it would be really hard to confirm this without him actually admitting it. I think the best bet would to be maybe going through his sister's streams. I don't want anyone bothering her. I don't want to bother her. I'm sure she has enough to deal with just with James being her fucking brother, but it's only a matter of time before James slips up and says exactly how he got the money. He's not that Machiavellian. Either way, upon his return, he vaguely describes the situation while patting himself on the back for literally doing nothing to get him out of the predicament he was in to begin with, that he put himself in as well. Because if he did, he'd be bragging about it until the fucking aliens land.
Today, for the first time, I can afford an outfit. I also now have mugs and plates and bowls, ceramic, but I even have a cloth hanging over the oven. So I also have a drying rack, or a drying cloth. I have silverware, a refrigerator full of food, fridge full of food. I have a bed with sheets and blankets, several of them, and 2 pillows with pillowcases. And the bed has a headboard and sideboards, and I have curtains, and I have a nice big television. I am so happy. And the only thing that could make me happier when it comes to physical things is having more clothes.
So I would be inclined to believe this until proven otherwise, but someone gave him something, that's for sure. He didn't earn this money. It could even just be like he got a stimulus check, like the one stimulus check was able to put like first and last down, and now he's like bragging, like flexing. Yeah, I got a house and some pots and some pans, but only 2 pairs of clothes, and I can't afford groceries. This seems like, yeah, maybe he just did get a stimulus check. He also does this repetitive thing where he says he's new to social media, yet he's a master at it somehow. And he's always saying it's like, oh, this is the first time I've been able to buy groceries with my own money. He's been able to buy his groceries about 4 times now with his own money. So I don't know how many more first times we could get out of this.
For the first time, Caitlin and I were able to buy groceries with our own money on our own. In our home.
There's also a stream where he got naked after eating chili made with tuna. I don't know why, but he did. And I'm not talking like a little naked, I'm talking fully naked.
I've been getting my physique back. I took the shirt off to eat because I was eating chili with fish. I was eating chili with tuna.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, please, come on. It's just something I threw together.
If you ever have chili, if you ever have tuna, put them together. Try not to poop your pants. 1 or 2. Excuse me. I'll be impressed with myself when I'm paying for my own Domino's, because it's something I haven't done with internet money in a very long time. In a very long time.
James isn't new to social media, and he's bought his own groceries many times.
I've restarted my platform many times. I'm not new. I don't have a small platform. I think we all know that. I'm just reallocating resources.
He just feels like he needs validation for the smallest things like this, buying groceries, and you should pat him on the back. While at the same time telling his audience to grow up and blaming their parents on everything. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right?
Because it's that defiant attitude. Whatever he says, let's do the opposite. Like you didn't get along with your parents or whatever the story.
All right, Steve, you're literally... Dude, you're better than this. Just grow up like I had to.
You were telling me that I'm disacknowledging you for not being mean to you like your dad was. I'm not your mom. I'm not a pussy. I'm a mature adult. We need to grow up. Katie likes that. Do you? I hope so. I know the ladies do. I know your ladies do as well. So instead of being jealous of me and hating me because your lady likes me more than you do,
you're a hurtful person, and I really hope that your parents stop doing whatever they're doing to you to cause you to come at me like this.
more than likely mommy and daddy didn't treat you the way they should have. I've been there. I get it. You'll be okay. Grow up, quit patting yourself on the back, and get over it.
It's me. I need friends. I need help. My parents didn't like me, but oh well. Like, my parents didn't like me either. Get the hell over it. Nobody likes me. Get the hell over it. Quit being such a miserable piece of crap.
Can someone find these kids' parents' place? You wonder how I got. Prime example. No supervision.
This may be the most extreme example of projecting your own insecurities onto your audience that I've seen in years. Maybe ever. Like, I can't actually think of another example of someone doing this. It's no secret that James's home life was hectic, to say the least, as admitted by James himself.
I know how I feel when I think about my past in my childhood. You don't fucking know. It was shit.
I come from inbred shit stock.
Arwen says, what has led you to be homeless? Initially for me was my family ostracizing me when I got into a career of social media and they would not accept it. They did not like that I was online and I was not allowed to come home.
But to assume any piece of criticism is just coming from a place of someone's parents not raising them right is fucking ignorant. Like, any rational person can see that that's nonsense. There's also lots of people who've been adopted or just didn't have parents growing up who've turned out fine. Great human beings. James just likes excuses. So with this extremely lucky grace of fortune from God to bring him out from the gutter where he didn't have a phone, he didn't have clothes, or his supposed wife apparently.
Congrats. When did you guys get married? According to us, a long time ago.
I have a little announcement to make. I'm going to be posting it on Instagram. My life is mine now. Thanks for stopping in.
phones, but don't worry. They're androids, so it's not like he spent his whole stimulus check on them. He also justifies this by saying that each one costs like less than a US meal.
Living on the outside the way that I do, it's given me an objective viewpoint. When you live on the inside and you know what's going on, and right, I've always been excluded. We all know this. See you soon.
Now this may be the case if you got him used perhaps and didn't have a phone plan, pushing the overall cost of the phone like way past the cost of a US meal. I mean, even a used phone is like $50. I can get a meal for I can get 2 meals for 20. If I'm like not trying to be hoity-toity or whatever. So yeah, as long as he didn't get a phone plan, this would be a correct statement. If he didn't stream outside, which he did, which you need a phone plan for.
I am chilling at the park. Beautiful day. I was taking a walk and I thought, it'd be nice to sit down in the grass. And then I pulled out my phone. I'm like, it'd be nice to talk to you guys. So here I am. Cool. I don't know what kind of dog that is.
So even if I give Jim the benefit of the doubt here and said like maybe his internet is included with his rent and he's just streaming through the Wi-Fi, as soon as he stepped outside and started walking around fucking streaming, it shows that he has to be paying for a data plan. Like, he has to be paying for a phone plan. So even Jimmy's bullshit videos are bullshit. He also made a video on how Twitter's evil while rebuilding his Twitter.
Twitter was never my thing, and I never fully understood how it worked. And I still struggle with that. It exposed me to the world before I was ever ready.
It's like everything James says he's gonna do or not do, it's just like a couple days later that he ends up doing the exact opposite of whatever he said. Usually within 24 hours. Yeah, real kid-friendly content, right? Like telling kids how successful get the fuck out of Compton Jimmy is at pulling himself up from the depths of hell when he can't even afford his own coffee pot. So we bought some expensive organic coffee to put in the coffee maker instead of just buying a fucking coffee pot. You could have bought like $5 coffee, gotten a coffee pot, and not had to brew coffee in tin cans, which he says he's been doing, and telling kids, hey, this is what you can do if you want to make coffee. Don't worry about Alzheimer's. Like, the plastic on the inside is not gonna melt, and then the heat's not gonna react with the aluminum, and you're not gonna die, don't worry. I don't think Jim thinks anything fucking through.
First topic is coffee. I now have organic coffee, which is exciting. Drinking the coffee, I made it a little strong. The coffee maker was a gift, and I don't have a pot. So what I did, I should say this the first time, is I took aluminum cans and I put the aluminum cans in there and I made 3 to 4 cups. It's super strong. I had a cup last night and I couldn't sleep till 2 a.m. and I love it.
And his excuse for buying this organic coffee is because the regular coffee gave him bipolar disorder, and the organic coffee and organic lamb is curing this. Because that makes a lot of sense.
Caffeine does agree with me. I found out that when we have drug-like substances in copious amounts, it can cause symptoms that can appear as mental illness.
Someone just messaged me and said that James cured himself of bipolar disorder. I can see him believing he cured himself. He cured himself with $400 organic lamb.
The organic lamb. Lola, this is my point. I don't know.
So you guys, I legitimately thought you guys were joking with this fucking lamb shit.
No. Can do you really think that this, that they could be joking about anything at this point?
I don't know.
Winner, one day lamb dinner.
Oh, the $400 organic lamb. First off, bitch, you over fucking paid.
Things, I have to have organic lamb.
The bipolar lamb cure is real.
He found the cure. He found it.
So after having these videos up for about a week, he decided to take them down because smaller content creators got wise to him stealing their music. What he was basically doing here was taking other content creators' music and then just putting like a little melody over top. I guess you could technically call this a remix, but Jim was passing it off as his own music. Like he was saying, these were James Soroka originals. I'll be putting links to all the actual artists in the description below so you can check them out and give them some support. Please go show them some love because it's pretty shitty when you work hard on something and some asshole comes along and just steals it from you. Also, a huge shout out to Damas on Twitter who's been able to compile all of this music plagiarism, we'll call it. There's a lot of songs in the world, dude. I don't know how they do it, but I'm glad they did it.
Our country isn't perfect, but there are some things that we do very, very well. And that's one of them. Is making sure that people cannot steal from one another, at least not intellectually, even unless it's, oh man, I got that look on my face.
He also alluded to one of these artists suing him for copyright infringement.
As far as taking down videos on my YouTube channel, it is so easy for someone to make a copyright complaint when it comes to sound bites and it comes to those little loops I was making. So I want to do that, but I was doing it the easy way and that shortcut didn't work. So I removed all of them. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? My debt and my bills on track and planning for a roof over my head and food in my belly. That may be interrupted by prison. It may be interrupted by institutionalization. It may be interrupted by a bullet to the head. I'm doing my best. I'm also terrified of people putting me away. That's scary. It's scary because people only have pieces of the information and I'm finding out that might be all they need. That's a scary thought. Court adjourned, he goes. Hey, that'd be nice. I prefer that than actually going to court at all.
I honestly don't know if the torts will take this seriously just because James didn't make any money off of it. It's still illegal, but it's the internet. You know, shit slides sometimes. Crazier shit has happened. He probably received a cease and desist letter, which he followed because he took all the music down and all the videos with said music down. Still doesn't make what he did right, but he likes to blame everything on scammers doing this to him.
I got scammed. I will tell you, if nothing happens to me at all, that is the only proof that you will have that I was not scammed. If people try to take me to jail, it's a scam. If people try to take me to court for money, it's a scam. I was scammed.
He's the fucking scammer, dude. If you make music and someone steals it and then that guy who stole your music is calling you a scammer, I mean, if you actually believe that shit, that's fucking gaslighting. That's making a person think that they're crazy in order for you to just get away with your bullshit. Fuck you, James. The fact still remains that he did it in the first place and then challenged the artist to take him to court legally. So he got what he asked for. Like, come on.
You can file it into whatever claim you please. I'll see you in court.
It's also a really shitty thing to do to a smaller content creator because you're basically playing chicken with what you think is like some fucking lemon. When really, like, they could be a monster truck, you just don't fucking know it. Smarten up, bud. So after he took down all the videos featuring the plagiarized music, he decided to switch to mobile gaming content. Yeah, to oomph up that kid-friendly shit. The game he plays is called Brawl Stars. I've never actually played it. The only footage I've seen of the game being played is from clips of Jimmy's videos, which I don't watch all day through, so I don't know what's going on in the video exactly. It's not like he has a personality or says anything during the videos, it's just gameplay. But this is the kind of content he's making now. Now, if he kept his mouth shut, didn't try scamming or reaching out to underage fans, I'd say go for it, Jim. Like, why not? But like 2 days after this, he was tweeting out about playing Grand Theft Auto and streaming it. I mean, that's not very kid-friendly, if you ask me, but I'm not gonna tell you how to run your channel, man. I'm just like, what the fuck? Also, if you have Grand Theft Auto, add me on fucking Call of Duty. Warzone's free. If you have a console to play Grand Theft Auto on, you got a console to play Call of Duty on. I wanna have a little chit chat and play you in Call of Duty, Jim. Own my ass. Show me I'm a fucking little bitch. Do it. So after silencing himself, he got the rambling itch and decided to start periscoping again. Where shit obviously gets more interesting. Because unedited, unfiltered Jimmy is just like the best, especially when he's unblocked everyone. Then you can really see just his reactions to shit and his justifications into why he does the things he does.
It's about to order Domino's with Kate's money, and I decided not to. I'm very proud of myself. I'm getting my physique back, which is really good, very exciting. I'm not doing a damn thing about it. I'm literally laying around all day and working on my phone the way that I have for the past 5 years and doing a great job. And my body is just by nature going back to a place of health.
There are people that have used Morse code with their screenshots. And I actually, no joke, is I hunkered down and I found the patterns and I actually have it written out. There are actual patterns to this and I can prove it in court.
And this isn't narcissism. If you met me, I was 2-3 years old and my vocabulary was ridiculous. Yeah. Beyond comprehension. I mean, if you would have met me when I was a kid, I was like that Prodigy. You put a piano in my hand. I used to be able to play the piano. I could pick up the guitar and it was no big deal. And I didn't talk to my brothers and sisters about it. My mom was the only one who knew. Isn't that convenient? James, why did you call yourself Jimmy for years? Like, the insanity.
It's good times. So for the sake of actually releasing content, since I haven't in like a month, I'm gonna end the video here. This is just like a nice little overview, I guess, of his beginnings of the return to social media. And then next video, we're gonna be looking hard into his periscopes here, because there's hours and hours and hours of footage. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and he's only been back for a month. We're talking about a guy who puts out more content quantity-wise than trilogies that took fucking years to make. And he's just talking about himself and being crazy the whole time. So part 2 of this video should be out within a few days of me releasing this one. Mostly going into his Periscope and Instagram. If you want to keep up to date with Jimmy's stuff, you can follow me on Periscope, on Twitter. I'm usually doing rescopes of his stuff and just kind of dissecting it piece by piece. They are fucking long, but if you have the patience, you can check those out. I'd also recommend you check out Chris Anonymous, Maggie, Stewie, and Ice Queen. Also follow Damas Chimas on Twitter. They do great fucking coverage on James. All those guys always have their ears to the ground. So if anything's happening with Jim, you want up-to-date coverage on it, they're the guys. Also sub to Chris Anonymous. He's like, mwah. He's a beautiful man. Go do it now. Also, Soroka and Conger Chronicles on YouTube are good as well. There's a great archive of stuff on there. If you don't want to wait for the next video, because, you know, I don't know how long I'm going to be. I'm getting better at just ignoring shit and getting stuff out. So hopefully, yeah, like I said, a couple days. Thank you to everyone who's made it to the end here. Shout out to my patrons and special shout out to War and Corruption. If you want to check out his journalism, he covers a wide array of topics. You can find a link in the description below. Also, shout out to Lauren. Check out her Etsy store and her Instagram. She does amazing glass resin work on smokable devices, ashtrays, and reusable water bottles. So help out the environment and enhance your smoking experience by picking one up today. Links in description and or above if they'll let me put something in there that isn't just more YouTube content. Same with Auragami from Crows of Judgement. Link to his channel and Crows in description. If you don't know Crows of Judgement, I don't know where you've been. You probably thought I've just been dead for the past month, but I'm over on that channel a lot too. We stream like 4 days of the week usually. So if you're missing this face, you can go see me on their channel. Also, thanks to all my other Patreons. Honestly, don't join the Patreon right now. My perks are shit, dude. Like, this is pretty much all you get. I'm trying to work on better behind the scenes content. But if you want a shout out and I don't think that you're too crazy, then I'll shout you out if you want. But that's about the only perk I have right now. So, you know, give me some time to fix it. I don't even know why I made a Patreon. Anyways, thank you all. I've been gone a while and I've had some people trying to fuck my shit up. So everyone who's stuck around, I greatly support you or appreciate you. You support me. I can't talk. Like I said before, if you want to see what I'm up to, you can go find me on Crow's channel so you don't think I'm just like staring at a wall or some shit. Depressed as fuck. But I love you all, except you, Jimmy. And I'll see you guys in part 2.
I do not call what you are saying rambling. Bye.
Oh yeah, and buy my merch. I'm poor now, and you actually physically get something and it helps out the channel.